What's up guys, this is Harshad and in this video I'm going to walk you through the top 10 Linux commands you need to know if you're going to use Linux as your main OS. So let's get started. The first command is cd. So cd means change directory. So it is going to allow you to go to a different directory. So I'm going to go into a folder called test3. So you can see cd space the name of the folder is going to take you to the folder. And to check in which folder you are, just use pwd, which means present working directory, which is going to show you where or which folder you are currently in. Okay, now if you needed to go to the previous folder you were in, just use cd space dot dot, which is going to take you to the previous folder, and cd space dot is going to get you to this place. So cd space / is going to take you to the root. So pwd only shows this. So this is the root. And if you want to go to your folder, which is /users/development, you need to go to cd space and this tilde symbol over here, which is going to take you to your user development thing over here. Okay, now I'm just going to type some random commands over here. Okay, now you can see this has taken much space over here. So if I needed to clear all this, one thing is I can close the terminal, open it again, and if you don't want to do that, just use clear, which is going to clear all the things over here. And now if you are using item, you can actually scroll back to all the commands you have recently used. Okay, the next command is to see what is in your folder. So currently my folder or the development folder has been selected. So ls is going to list the folders over here. So using ls is going to list visible folders you will normally find in your explorer or finder or whatever it is, and ls space -la is going to show you all the hidden files with some things like file permission each user has, and which user has created or which user has permission to use this, and the sharing status of this. And here it is going to show which folder was created when. And now you can see all the things are here come here. So I'm just going to use clear to clear all the things. Now what if you wanted to create a new folder without going and right clicking new folder and all the things? So you can use mkdir, which is going to make directory, and you're going to give the name of the directory. So I'm going to give test folder as my directory name, and this is case sensitive. It means that small t est and small f folder is not going to be the same as test folder with T capital and F capital. Now when I give ls, you can see test folder being created. Okay, now some packages which you normally install will ask for your password when you are double clicking an exe or double clicking a dmg. So if you wanted to install a package which is not available by downloading or from the web, you use something called pip or whatever the provider and install. So for that you need elevated privileges. So it is like going to another user which has more power to do things like you. So now you cannot actually delete the folder which you are in, because you don't have permission to delete the folder, but you have permission to read and write. Because if you don't have the permission to read or write, you will not be able to execute this command or this command over here. So sudo is going to help you to get elevated privileges, and you can only do that if you know the password of the PC you are using. If this is some other person's PC, you will not be able to do this. So sudo -i is going to permanently get you to the root folder, or if you are just going to use it for one command, you can directly use pip install. I'm just going to install a hello world package for Python. So it is package hyphen python hyphen hello hyphen world. Okay, so it asks for the password, so I'm just going to give my password. Okay, now you can see this message over here. This doesn't come for you actually. Now because I'm using pip is going to use Python 2.7 as the main thing. So as the main Python which is going to try to install. So now over here, instead of install, when I give remove, okay, now what will happen is it's going to remove this package over here, but it will not ask for the password because we have already entered the password, and it is like your login session. So when you lock your PC, it will ask for the password again. Now I'm going to remove pip. Normally sudo apt install is going to have the remove. I think for it's uninstall. Okay, so it's asked for a confirmation that if you want to uninstall the package. Okay, the next command is going to be related to Python. So Python hyphen version is going to give you the version of Python. So I have actually installed Python 2.7 and 3.8 in the same PC. So when I give Python hyphen version, it shows me the version of Python 2.7. But when I use Python 3, it is going to show the version of the latest Python 3 version I have installed. So if you want to know where your Python folder is, which Python is going to help you to find it. So it's in the folder root user bin Python. So for Python 3, it's under user root user local bin Python 3. Okay, the next thing is going to be creating a new file and using an editor which is already installed in your terminal. So normally we use editors like Visual Studio Code, Android Studio, or even Notepad to edit your things. So terminal has a built-in editor like that, and that is Nano. Some people use Vim, and that is a little advanced because you need to give some characters before you can type, and if you can't come back, it is going to be a very big issue if you are going to use a server which doesn't have the GUI or the graphical user interface to just close the terminal and open it again. So to be in the safer side, I'm going to use Nano for this video. And before going, I'm going to go to the folder by using the cd command, and I'm going to go to test folder, and over here I'm going to type nano and name of the file. So I'm going to call this file a.txt, and this is not limited just for a.txt or .txt. It can be also used for any extension you have installed. So I have Python installed in this PC, and normally if you are using Linux and Mac and other Linux variants, you will have Python pre-installed. So you can use something like a.py and a.html, a.dart, and something like that. So nano a.txt is going to do this, and it's going to create a new GUI like thing with a space where you can type. So I'm just going to type hi, this is Harshit. Okay, now in order to exit, so there's no save button and all the thing. So if you need to come out and save the file, you need to use Control X, and there the bottom you'll see save modified buffer, answering no will destroy changes and all the stuff. Just type Y and file name to write. So you don't need to change any of this, just give enter, which is going to save. Now every time, for what if you don't want to go to the visual editor, but you just want to preview what the file contains. So for that, we are going to use the command cat and a.txt. So you can see I just typed a, and tab will automatically fill what's gonna be after that. So I'm using a terminal called ZSH shell, which is going to make all the things easier, and the autocorrect and autofill is going to be easier. Okay, you can see cat a.txt is showing me hi, this is Harshit Ashok, which we typed in our a.txt using the nano command. Okay, now I'll just clear this. See, I have created an alias or something like a command which is custom created by you. So CLS is what this the command I have used. So this is a bonus command which I'm giving you, and cd tilt is going to go back to the folder over here. And now when I give ls space -la, which is going to show all the hidden commands or hidden files, you can see zshrc. So if you are using the zsh shell, you are going to find zshrc, and if you are using the bash shell, which is normally installed in Linux variants, you are going to see bash rc. I'm just going to go into the zshrc, and normally I think you will not see much of this, so I'm just going to scroll to the bottom where you can see all the things have been here, and cls, which the command which I used, has been entered by me here. So alias space the name of the command you're going to use equal to, and inside quotes you're going to type the command. So this ll is actually been uh, already pre-written by zsh, and all the things here is been added by me. And control x, so if you have not changed anything, control x will directly work. So I'm going to use the short command cls to clean my screen. And the next thing, now what if you wanted the IP address of your PC over here and all the other IP addresses connected to your network? Normally you'll go to some website like what's my IP and all that stuff, and you'll see your IP. But if you're using a server or something like that, you're not going to get access to those websites. So you're going to use ifconfig, which is going to list all the commands over here, all the IPs. So for Mac it is still ifconfig, and for Linux actually they have changed it to something called IP space -a. So this is not available in Mac. So normally if you're using Linux, you're going to get an error when you use ifconfig, and IP space -a is going to work for you. So I'm just going to use ifconfig, and you can see something has come over here, and we cannot actually understand anything from this. So if you want to see which is something which is human readable or easier to understand, you can use the standing line grep and inet, which is going to show all the things over here. So you can see that all of this is looking similar, but this stands out. So this is your IP, and this start from this IP address to this IP address over here. And CLS is going to clear it again. And one of the most important commands in these 10 commands is going to be git. So git is, I actually discussed all this thing in another video. So if you want to check the video out, I'll leave a link in the description, and a card will appear here where you can watch that video. So if you are going to track changes, or if you are going to use anything in your code, you will be needing git, and make sure you have that written down somewhere, that git is the most important command you will be using. And mv, so mv is a move command or copy command. So I'm just going to go to our test folder, and when I give ls, you can see a.txt. Now when I give ll, it is going to, as it is an alias, it is just going to perform ls space -la. And here I'm going to move, and the structure for this move command is mv space the name of the file you're going to move. So I'm just going to use test3. I actually have b.py a file over there, and this folder. So I'm just gonna use the tilde and test folder 3, so our test folder. So now when I give ls, you can see b.py has been moved from test3 folder to this. So just to make sure that it has moved, cd space test3 and ls, you can see b.py is not here in this folder. So the last command I'll be covering is rm. So I'll just go to our test folder, And okay, rm is going to remove a file when you're going to directly use rm, and space hyphen rf is going to be used when you're deleting a folder. So I'll just create a new folder using the mkdir command and test or something like to be deleted. Okay, now ls is going to show me the things. So to be deleted is here, and b.py, a.txt, all the things are there. Now rm space b.py is going to remove the file b.py. So rm is used for removing files. So now when I give, you can see that a.txt is a b.py is gone. And in order to remove a folder, you need to use the command rm space hyphen rf and to be deleted and the name of the folder. So now when I give ls, you can see to be deleted is not there, and using the rm command b.py is not there. So if you like content in this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a like for this video. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.